Dragon. This is before the support was announced. Funny enough, this day was the same day that the support got announced. It was literally an hour or two before the support got announced. He has Draining Shield, Ultimate Fusion, Fusion Deployment, Blue Eyes White Dragon, Harpies Feather Duster. Pretty good hand. Andrea has 2 Harpy Feather Storms, Harpy Queen, Harpy's Pet Dragon, Fearsome Fire Blast, Harpy's Harpist. Another pretty good hand. So let's see who goes first. Alright, so Niki sets the 2 cards, plays Fusion Deployment, gets Blue Eyes White Dragon, and then he ends turn. So he set the Draining Shield and the Harpy's Feather Duster. I don't know why he would set Harpy's Feather Duster. It might have been a bluff. But you want to be careful because Harpies are known for blowing up the back row. So Andrea sets Harpy's Storm, Harpist, Hysteric Sign, gets Elegant Egotist, summons. Yep, Harpies, then Fearsome. Does all 3. So she already was trying to go for some big damage real quick. She summoned all 3 of these monsters to link summon. Get out of here. To link summon into Desperate Doom Eagle, who gets 24 extra attack where there's no monsters in the opponent's graveyard. Andrea noticed there's no monsters in the opponent's graveyard, so not a bad move. And then she activated the effect of Fearsome Fire Blast. If this card sent from the field to the grave, you could send 1 wind monster from your deck to the grave. Andrea sent Chandler in this regard. I actually would have sent someone else. I would have sent Oracle. And Andrea then attacks, gets hit with the Draining Shield. Niki has 12,800 life points. Andrea ends turn. Harpist activates, gets Chandler back to hand, gets another Chandler. So in terms of Andrea's turn there, the only thing that she could have done, if she saw those 2 back row and she was concerned about those back row, she could have, at the early end of her combo, discarded Harpy's Queen to then get the field spell. So when she was summoning those Harpies, she would have blown up. She summoned 2, Harpy's Queen and Harpy's Harpist. So Harpies have a field spell anytime a Harpy or Harpy Lady Sisters normal special summon, destroy a back row. It's a mandatory effect. You have to destroy your own sometimes. Hey, what's good? I'm reviewing the duel that Niki and Andrea had that on our duel night on Wednesday. So if Andrea would have done that, she would have blown up the Draining Shield. Blue Eyes would have been dead, and this Harpy Storm wouldn't be doing anything to her at this point in time. That's just a thing she could have done. So that activates. That activates as well. This card's so good. So when it's destroyed, you get the Harpy's Feather Duster. Obviously, Andrea's a Harpy player, so she's going to get Harpy's Feather Duster. So she got it back. He has nothing for that 4,800 monster. And he'll go back down when he gets a monster in his grave. What Niki could have done here, though, is he could have normal summoned Sage and got a tuner, synchro summoned Sage and Blue Eyes. They would have been in the grave. This would have had less attack. Hysteric Sign goes off. That's the other thing with Hysteric Sign. Harpies have really good recovery when you hit the right cards. So when Hysteric Sign's destroyed, she got 3 cards. So she got Feather Rest, Cyber Harpy, and there's the Harpy's Hunting Ground that I was talking about earlier. Alright, so they continue on. Draws Harpy's Queen. Chandler. He does Ultimate Fusion right away for Tyrant. That monster gets sent. And if you're wondering why that card got destroyed, it's because Ultimate Fusion, since he used a Blue Eyes on the field, he got to destroy a card. So now Andrea does not have the strongest monster. Goes Chandler, Fearsome Fire Blast, does Delion. Delion's effect, cut Blue Eyes in half. Queen to then get the other. Harpy Hunting Ground. Harpy's Feather Rest. Circle back in to draw a card, set, destroy. Interesting, since Blue Eyes... Yeah, this card battled. I see. I actually didn't know that because on the defensive side, since it battled, he was able to get the draining shield back. The problem here is Andrea let him get the draining shield back. He could have Harpies feather dustered that and not have to deal with that anymore. But she does her draining shield. But she did not read, if you're wondering why her draining shield didn't work, Blue Eyes Tyrant is unaffected by trap cards. That's why her draining shield didn't work. So now what's Andrea going to do? Anthelion cuts his attack in half. Cyber Harpy blows up that back row. There you go. Attacks. He does Return of Dragon Lord. And since that monster battled, he gets the Draining Shield back. So that card, Draining Shield and Tyrant, is becoming a problem. There, she Harpy Featherstorms that. And then end turn. She draws Poly. He sets Sage. Attacks. And then he keeps getting Draining Shield back. Andrea draws. It's actually the perfect draw. Dark Hole, get rid of that. But she has nothing. She had nothing to attack with. So this is where the stalemate started off here. Gets Mirror Force. So he has Mirror Force and Draining Shield. That's the perfect card. Hysteric Sign. Andrea gets Elegant Egotist. Because that's the card. When it's activated, you have to get that card. She's hoping this gets blown up so she can get 3 cards. Niki draws Whitestone. Just sets, passes. Andrea draws Harpy Queen. That blows up a back row. Perfect. Plays Elegant Egotist. Blows up another back row. Perfect. She plays Harpy's Feather Storm. So she played that Storm so that monsters can't activate their effects the whole turn. It's one of the most powerful traps Harpy's got. The 2100. Nope. That's why he wasn't able to get the effect. So now Niki's in a predicament. He brings Tyrant back. I think bringing Tyrant back, he wanted to get that thing back at his grave. There's no Blue Eyes. Where did Blue Eyes go? Oh, Ultimate Fusion sent it back. So yeah, he really didn't have that many options on that. So this is where Andrea needs to press. She doesn't have enough to press for game. She goes into that. She blows up her own Hysteric because she wants the 3 cards, which is smart. Like, that was a very smart move there. Now, yeah, she got Chandler, Oracle, and Perfumer. There's only the 1 back row there. Like, that was a very smart move. I don't even see how Niki survived this. Alright. Keeper of the Shrine. So Andrea goes Oracle. Does Oracle's effect. Does Oracle's effect if you control level 5 or Harpy? You can spell when this card is normal self summon. She gets the Graveyard card. Any Harpy sisters in its text. But if she would have summoned Perfumer, she would have got a Harpy Lady thing from her deck. So I'm trying to see if she could have won at this point. If she had 1 more Elegant Egotist, I think if she runs 2, that'd be it. But if she would have summoned Perfumer, and there was a 3rd Elegant Egotist, let's say, got a 3rd Elegant Egotist. But we'll have to wait and see. He loses points there, tied there, plays rest. She gets that Elegant Egotist back. Alright. If you don't wondering, Keeper of the Shrine counts for 2 tributes to the dragon. Now Niki has a Stardust Dragon on the field. He banishes Hunting Ground. He attacks, loses 1200. There's the Elegant Egotist. So there was another thing, so okay. Anthelion cuts that in half. Perfumer. Hunting Ground. Hunting Ground boosts them up. Ah, the Keeper of the Shrine kept him alive because she has nothing strong enough to kill it. Makes a Cyber. Okay. Ah, now he draws Bingo Machine Go. He's able to go into show his 3. He's going to add Jet. No, adds Blue Eyes. Okay. Dragon Spirit of White. Vanishes. Attack. Does its effect to bring back Blue Eyes. He could have. So what Niki could have done there, he could have played Return of Dragon Lords. Would have had 2 out there. And then he would have had Protection. He could have just played that earlier. I don't know if I'll play that later. Alright, cuts Blue Eyes in half. Here's the Chandler. Has to blow up the own card. Queen. Attack. Now, does Chandler make you put him in defense mode? Yep. Keeper Shrine comes back. He gets his stuff back. He makes another one. This is where I finally hopped in. I was seeing the rest of this. He blows that. She compulses that. The effect's still activated, so it's still gone. But then he plays the Return of Dragon Lord. He would have already... That's where Andrea messed up there. Because she tried to do the Harpies effect. When the spell was activated, quick effect, she could target a monster your opponent controls or a Harpy you control, return it to the hand. She thought she could have returned the spell back and activation would have happened. That's not the case. So in that case, she should have left. If she would have left... Where'd it go? If she would have left Conductor, would have been destroyed by battle. She could have destroyed one spell and trap instead. She could have destroyed that to keep double Ds. She draws Mirror Force. That's it. He draws enemy controller, activates enemy controller, changes the battle position because he wants to do damage. He attacks, she activates Mirror Force, he activates Return of Dragons, and then she's dead. Draws Harpist. Now, why summon Harpist in attack mode? When it's normal summon, you could target, so that doesn't matter. Harpist should have been set in defense mode, because then if it would have been destroyed during the end phase in the graveyard, you can add 1 beast. So yeah, summoning in face of attack was not the move. You need to set that. But I think I remember she said she misclicked on that. And then this is where Niki takes advantage. Brings back all the dragons, and then this is game over here. So it was a really great game. That was 25 turns. Like, a lot of back and forth. A lot of anime-ish stuff in there. I think both of them... I think Andrea really had the advantage for most of the thing. The problem that Andrea was running into in that situation was she kept battling Tyrant. Niki kept getting back that draining shield. And then the Keeper of the Shrine kept coming with 2100 defense. Andrea didn't have a way around it. Yeah, it was good back and forth. Yeah, last Wednesday. So I think Andrea... If you play that one again, make some changes, she would have won that game. But Tyrant Dragon, Keeper of the Shrine, Return of Dragon Lords on that Mirror Force helped. But yeah, it was a really, really, really great game. Great game.